If you think about creating a brand, it's, starts off as coming up with a name, whatever you want your company to be. We always like to think of your customers, what's something that's going to resonate with them related to your product. But, after you come up with a name, you also want to get a couple things. One, you're probably going to want a logo, especially if you're going to create packaging or maybe put your logo on your product. And then you also may want to come up with some packaging. Now, your manufacturer can help you out with that. But one route to go to get some high-end packaging, be going to a site like 99 Designs is one we talk about, and usually for a couple $100 you can have a professional designer create a logo for you and give you some graphic files that you can then put into your packaging. Now the cost for this, you can go pretty cheap, anywhere from $50 maybe up to $300 to get a really nice design job done as well. And then that's a one-time cost because you don't have to pay for that ever again. That's branding you can use throughout the entire life of your product.
Yeah, and if you go over to 99 Designs, I believe still, and this has been the same way for a while, I believe their lowest level logo package is like $299 around there. I haven't found a lot of better results getting their one or more expensive packages. So they have them that I think go up to like $500, $700 plus for a logo. It's just a bunch of random people submitting, files basically to submit for your logo contest. And in my experience, I don't know if you've seen something different, but I haven't really seen much of a benefit about doing anything above their cheapest plan. It's just kind of can be hit or miss every once in a while. But I haven't seen like a so much better quality by spending more for the logo.
No, same here. By spending more, you get more submissions. But usually the people, the lower level plans that are submitting, they're really good. I mean, the people on the 99 Designs they do this for a living. So you can pretty much count, you're going to find someone even at the lowest level.
Yeah, I would say the biggest tip there that I've seen is to give lots of feedback. Yep. If you just kind of sit back and don't tell them anything, like I like this, I don't like this, change that, then they're all just kind of flying blind and they don't know if you're just kind of, not going to pick anybody or you're just going to, kind of pick any random person that may not be them. But when you start giving them lots of feedback, you tend to get better logos and they tend to start doing more submissions.
One tip is that if you're going to go to 99 Designs and come up with a logo and your brand name, I would recommend one other cost of branding we're going to talk about was getting your domain before you do that.
Yeah.
Because we have seen on a few instances where we didn't get the domain for some people that are building a product. They went to 99 Designs and asked them to create some logos. And some people can see these different contests that go on there. Mm-hmm. And people go out there and just kind of grab a whole bunch of domains. So if you're going to do that, before you go out there and use 99 Designs, go get your domain. It's $10 for an entire year to get your domain for your website.
Yeah, that's a good point. Cool. So next, Amazon product photos. When somebody's looking at your product on Amazon, the photos are one of the most important aspects. And so we recommend getting good, nice, high quality photos. I do not recommend taking them yourself if you can avoid it. I know people want to do it because they like the kind of creative aspect and they think it looks okay. But I mean, from the customer's standpoint, they don't care how hard you work to create those photos. They just want really nice looking photos if they're going to spend their money on this product they've never heard of before. So there's a lot of different resources you can use. I mean, one that we've used for a while is just productphotography.com. I know they've gotten pretty busy and I think their lead times have gotten a little bit slower. They've gotten a little bit more expensive, but good guy. I believe his name's Robert that owns the business. Yeah. So they did a great job. We've worked with them basically since the beginning for, probably 10 years now. So getting some good, nice product photos. The average cost is about $50 each these days. Yeah, so about $50 each. You probably want minimum of 4. Ideally, fill up all the slots, which should be 9 on most available products.
Yeah, between 8 and 9, depending on the product.
Yeah, cool.
We have some in-house ones that, we do. We're not trying to sell anything here, but we also have some in-house photography service we use, and Amazon has their own as well. I don't recommend using Amazon's photography service. They came out with that about 2 years ago. It was free at the time. They wanted to see what they could do. They have the products in their warehouse, and their thought was, we can go ahead, photograph your product for you. That way, we'll create an affordable picture for you. From what we've seen, they're just not the same quality that we would be creating ourselves or a photographer working for you would create.